And so we got some people that are absolutely brand new to this industry. And, every time we ask someone that's brand new, we're like, why do you want me to come on if I don't have a lot of experience? The thing that's cool about this industry, especially Savvi, and more importantly, the system that's been created here for building in 2020, it's changed. I mean, it's just so simple. It's the equalizer, which means you don't have to have a lot of experience in this industry anymore to have great success, right?
Right. Yeah, it's so exciting. What I love about this call is, like I shared in the post, we've got someone who is experienced, seasoned networker, has done very, very, very well.
Ooh, who is this?
Then we have someone completely brand new. She was like, are you sure you want me to share? I don't even know what I'm doing, but she's the number one enroller.
She's only the number one enroller.
And then another brand new, very successful entrepreneur who is a male. And we've had a lot of questions saying,
do we let males in this company? Dudes? Do you call them males? We call them males. It's not like a primate. Why don't you just call them a primate or like the American King?
Well, think of a really good name for it.
All right.
But we are attracting incredible men. So I'm so excited to have a man on the phone today sharing, or the call, the Zoom, what they're all doing. They're all crushing their businesses, and they're all fairly new, I'd say within the last 45 to 60 days, 45 days or so.
Yeah.
Super exciting.
What I'd like to do, if we have some time, if you can formulate a simple, short, as short as you can, question, either in the chat or be ready to unmute yourself towards the end of the call. We'd love to help you out. Or if you want to hear from one of the guest speakers on maybe them going a little deeper on something, hopefully they're still around. If they are, you'll be able to ask them a question as well. So you don't just get to hear from Kim and I all the time. Okay. All right. So go ahead, beautiful.
Yeah. Well, let's bring up our first speaker. And
honey, wait, we got Amy White.
What?
Amy White, the #1 team in the company with Courtney 9 and Lisa Van Horn. Good to see you, Amy.
I love that as busy as you are always on these calls.
She's
you pop in, grab the nuggets, and always share.
She's such a great leader, such a power leader.
Great to see you, Amy. Okay, well, should we bring up Ms. Jen Perkett first?
You gotta build it up, but don't say the name. Come on.
Shoot. Okay, I did it wrong.
That's okay. That's just.
I want to bring up the first woman that we'll just sandwich the man in between the two women and bring up Jen.
Sounds kind of weird.
That does. That came out wrong the way I was thinking it. Anyhow, Jen Perkett. Now she is someone that does have experience, and I want her to share a little bit about her background. Miss Beautiful Jen, if you want to go ahead and unmute, I think I see you on there.
Jen, and let me just say this about Jen, because Jen is a seasoned veteran. Jen is someone who has made a lot of money in this industry. And Jen has been sought out by a lot of different high-profile leaders, owners, network marketers. As you go to any company in the entire world, but for some reason, she chose this crazy pre-launch, challenging, fun, momentous building athletic leisure company called Savvi. So Jen, thanks for being on here, girl.
Yes, thank you so much.
Absolutely, thank you so much. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Sound great, you look great. I love your background as usual.
Yes.
Oh, you're so sweet.
So real quick, before you go into your tips, a little bit about your background and why Savvi? Why did you choose Savvi?
Okay, and I love Robert, so Robert's okay with the sandwich. No, just kidding.
We comment on that, by the way.
Oh gosh.
No, I didn't mean it like that, but I mean, we love Robert. So, so my background is in higher education. I was a director of admissions for a university in Southern California before I found network marketing. I'm a mom of 2 little boys, and I've been in the industry 9.5 years. So I've been able to be part of travel, wellness, weight loss. I lost 80 pounds in this industry. I've been able to make millions of dollars in travel all over with my little boys. So it's completely changed our life. Why Savvi though? I gotta say, I watched this leverage in this team page, and I think the simplicity of what you guys are doing. I've created ATM systems myself. I've been a part of them, but I haven't seen one like this that doesn't require so much education, that is very simple to use. I mean, you get to decide if you like the snakeskin pants to sell out in 7 minutes. And so when I saw this model, I just thought this is a company that is growing fast and is very simple. If I text out 10 people and ask them how much they're wearing yoga pants, the answer 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 is usually yes. And so that to me was like, if that's the answer right now in a down economy, and I'm not having to explain science. It just really drew me. And then I love the community. I love the ownership and the timing of where you guys are at. So that's what made me choose to be here.
Awesome.
I love it.
All right. So give us the good stuff. How in the world, what are the things that you do right now that are helping you grow your business and bring on some amazing people right now? Like, what are you doing? Give some real.
So I've been able to get bring on, we have some incredible leaders that are already saying yes to Savvi, and it's the things that you guys have lined up, truly, Tom and Kim, like you guys have set up, and you guys, Lisa Van Horn, and the people that have started this group, Amy White, and you have some incredible leaders that are already here that have set the stage, and even though they think they're newer, what happens is somebody who has experience wants to know that the average person can win. And if the average person can win, that means that lots of larger leaders can win. So I think that, we're basically showing the system and not duplicating it. I do one Zoom every night at 6 o'clock just to catch the people that have seen the ad tag message system, but it's mainly just to catch who hasn't, who thinks they need to overcomplicate it, and they don't. They just need to add them to the page, tag them in unit 1, the first 3 messages, and then ask them what they like best. And at the end of the day, hey, jump on a Zoom at 6 o'clock. Usually I just go over the same things you guys do, 7 reasons why to join Savvi. And then from those 7 reasons, what questions do they have? What package would you like to get started with? So that's really all we're doing.
It's so funny. The first 90 days that we were doing Savvi, that's all we said over and over, and people were getting bored with it. It's like, well, give us more. Where's the rest of it? Of course there's more to it, but that's the big picture. That's the big pieces. Yeah.
And everyone wants to. They think there's some extra secret, and there really isn't. It's just putting more people into the Facebook community that you've actually connected with, and then following them up in the messenger and moving them through that funnel process. So if you don't have the answers you're looking for, it just means you haven't gotten enough people in front of the system yet, or you haven't asked, are you ready to get started? Which package would you like to get started on? So those are the main things I'd say.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Well, I know we're gonna have probably questions. Let's keep going.
Well,
and then
real quick.
All right, go ahead.
I want to hear real quick. Go ahead, Jen. What are you saying as you're reaching out? What's your one-liner, or what are you saying to connect and get them into the ATM group?
Well, honestly, this is so silly, but I truly ask the question, hey, how often are you wearing yoga pants right now? Literally, and here's what Tom and I were I was laughing because even the guys, I say, hey, how often, or who do you know that wears yoga pants in the ladies in your life? And they all say everyone. And I'm like, okay, so I need you to take a look at this. Now, if it's a 6-figure earner that I'm reaching out to, I'm like, I still ask that question, but I follow it up with, I'm going to help launch a company in pre-launch, and I want you to consider launching it with me. So I'm going to tag you in the group so you can see how simple it is, and then you'll see what we're doing. But I'm still using that simplicity because a 6-figure earner is still going to say to me, oh, that's all you're doing, and so that's the same thing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Since you opened the can of worms, I got to ask a question then. What can everybody say what you're saying? Okay, I got to rephrase this. How do you have the success by saying that where maybe someone might not? Why would they not? Because that sounds like everybody should succeed and get people in the group, but by saying what you're saying, not everybody is, or saying something simple like that. Why do you think that's the case, and what can they learn from it?
I think so. Whatever we've done up until the point that we're here, it has built our network, our influence. And so if you don't have the influence that you want right now, it's borrowing it from someone else. And so what I say to my newest person is, tell them I've asked you to partner with me to help launch a company. And so you're partnering with me, a top earner in the industry, and I've asked you to help launch your marketplace, Oregon, Idaho, wherever, and you're going to help partner with me. So it helps them feel like, oh yeah, I'm blaming it on Jen. We're launching this together. And now I'm looking to use, if you want to make $1 million, then you're just going to work with her and me, but we're going to still launch it together. So it means that if they've only made $10, but I've made more, they just partner their belief with somebody who's made more, and then we get to make more together.
Awesome.
So good.
Well, thank you for keeping it tight, simple, and strategic. You're awesome.
Don't go anywhere.
We might have a few questions.
Some questions afterwards.
Okay, thanks for having me.
All right. Who's
Okay,
next?
Robert,
And hey,
you're-
Jen, just your mic, your mic is a little muffly, like windy or something like that. Just so you know, heads up.
like it might be rubbing a little bit.
All right.
Okay, Robert, you're officially sandwiched because we're bringing you up next. And I know you are very busy. You're running multiple businesses, and so you have a firm stop. So I want to bring you up.
Yeah.
And you have been someone we have really enjoyed getting to know. We're just getting to know you, and your background is incredible. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah. So he's a
up.
teacher. He's been a track coach at a high level university here in California. Entrepreneur, very successful individual. I still don't know exactly what he does as an entrepreneur, but he's got to be very successful to live near the beach in Malibu, California, near rock stars and movie stars.
I can't wait to visit.
Yeah, we're gonna come visit you, brother. And you know what's interesting about him is he never had the perception that he's a man doing a woman's business. He said it was just a perception, and I love that he's just attracting some of the sharpest entrepreneurs, mostly women, but some men. And his people love him. He's a great leader, been a Tony Robbins student, trainer, leader, and we're just excited to have a part of the family because we're learning so much from you, Robert. So thanks for being here, brother.
Yeah, so my background is actually I'm a chemical engineer. I worked for Exxon for many years, and then I quit to become first a high school track coach and then a college track coach. And last year I decided to leave that to become a hypnotherapist. And so actually Sunday I'm going to do a group hypnotherapy session for our team around success. And now I've found this Savvi. And the reason I got involved is my two friends, Cliff and Matt, who are super successful in the MLM world. They just said, Robert, you got to get involved with this thing. And really the inertia for me came from Tony Robbins himself. I got involved with the Tony Robbins world about 5 years ago, and he told me that every single person needs to be in some kind of MLM, and you just need to find one that you're passionate about and that you're early in on. And I was involved with Tony Robbins Platinum Partners for a while, and I swear at least 20% of those people make more in a week than I do in a year. And that just frustrated me, and said, I started going fishing, going, where could I find one of these? I tried a few of them, dabbled in it, but this one just kind of hit, and I'm having so much fun with it.
I love that. I actually didn't know that. He tells everyone to be involved in a network marketing business and in an early stage.
I'm going to call him and thank him.
Yes,
yeah.
That's incredible.
When I get his number.
I've got it.
All right. Well, then we got to know you more.
Thank you. That's incredible to hear your background.
Yeah. So tell us, what are you doing, Robert? You've got a championship team formulator already. What are you doing successfully already?
Well, I think the thing that I've done is really pick the brain of Matt and Cliff and Jen and the two of you, Tom and Kim, and you guys have been just so amazing in sharing things, because I think that there is a difference between kind of most of us that haven't done this super successfully in the past. We can't tell our people that we've done that. So we've got to try some different strategies. I can do the A and the T, but the M, I've got to become more creative, because people just don't sign up, because I'm not one of those $100 million kind of earners from the past in this industry. And so it's really been based on the relationships that I've developed with people all over the world. And truthfully, it's from my Tony Robbins connection as a senior leader there that I've been coaching people. And there's a lot of trust there, and people want to be part of our team that we're building.
That's awesome.
I love it. Truly, we were talking about with you earlier today, how humble and truly coachable. I mean, from day one, you've been like, just show me what to do, I'll do it.
Yeah. And I noticed something on today's call, and I'll mention it here on this platform as well. There's a lot of people that come with leadership to the table, like you, Robert. There's a lot of people that come with good people skills like you do, Robert, and good work ethics like you do. But there's one reason why a lot of those people do not succeed in this industry right away. They come with a lot of talent, a lot of confidence, a lot of skill, but they're missing the humility. They're missing the coachability. They're missing the, okay, what do I not know here? This is different for me. So they take you've taken all three of these skills. That's why you're succeeding. And then you also have this, Matt, Cliff, Jen, what do I do?
Right.
And that's when, so for all of you that come from maybe corporate or high education background, usually high education or high corporate or NFL athletes that I've recruited, they struggle like crazy because they come with too much confidence and they think they can transfer it like that. And they can, but you also need to know what works here. And that's what's impressed me about you, Robert.
So good. So while we have you, I'm going to ask a question that I know a lot of people, because it's come up a lot, is how do we approach other men about this business? Like what drew you? I mean, you said the Tony Robbins, but if someone does want to talk to a man, what do you recommend them saying?
Yeah. Why did it attract you too?
Well, I don't know that I've attracted any men yet. It's just been women. But, you know, part of what I've always wanted to do, and I miss from my college days coaching, is that team aspect. And one of the things, Ken is on here and Lindsay's on here. We've got Sarah's on here. We've got a bunch of people actually on our team here. We're building a team, and for this work, I've just decided I'm going to be Charlie, and everyone's my angels. And every morning I send them a note saying, "Good morning, angels." And we're building something special. It's built on love. It's part of my mission is to love contagiously or courageously now. And I think we're just building a love machine, and that works.
Well, you know what else too, Robert? You're playful. It's like, I love listening to your messages. You're fun and you're light and you're playful and you're optimistic. That's what I think's attracting so many people too.
Well, Matt told me really clearly that there's a reason this is called network marketing. It's because you've got to create networks. And that's something I've learned just in recent years, because I used to be a super introvert for the most of my life. And it wasn't until 5 years ago that I learned to network and talk to people and enjoy that process, because I was scared to death of girls before.
Really? That's interesting. So
now I want to be sandwiched.
What, Robert, tell us about depositing. You make deposits in humans and building relationships.
Yes.
For people that maybe they haven't been making deposits in people as much as they'd like to, or they don't have influence like they thought they maybe could, other than their small influence, and maybe their influence of their small. How do you build more relationships with people over a period of time?
Good.
Well, I think you spend time with them. But one of the things, again, from the Tony Robbins world, he talks about the 6 human needs, and you figure out what actually drives you. And I think that's important to figure out with anyone that you're with, what drives them. And their human needs are certainty, uncertainty, love and connection, significance, growth, and contribution. There's a lot of stuff around that. But I figured out that, at least for me, growth and contribution are my top 2 human needs. And I just love contributing to people now. It's why I got into hypnotherapy, and I'm just loving it. And that's why I got to go in a few minutes to help the next person.
That's awesome. Yeah, you might have a client there. Julie, maybe you might want to private message Robert if you want to do that.
You see in the chat.
Yeah, just private message him if you want to.
So did you have to take off? Maybe if there's anyone that wants to chat, if you have a specific question for Robert, he might have another minute or two. Robert
might have to go, but anybody have any quick question for
Before
Robert?
we move on?
Unmute and let it fire away, or hit it in the chat really fast. And we'll give the, what is that, the Jeopardy?
Do, 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 do.
Is that
I got the same shirt on the picture you picked of me for the announcement.
I know, look at that.
It's so
I
cool.
love it.
That's your shirt. You can jog at night and everybody sees you.
I like colors, so bring more colors to Savvi.
My wife always wants me in color. I got to learn from Robert. I'm always in black and dark. And
it's personality, and I love a man that wears bright and pink, and that's good. Okay, so no questions for Robert.
Well, we put him on the spot a little too fast.
I know. Well, if you think of it, before
we're gonna have Robert many times. We're gonna have Robert many times, and we're gonna see him at the leadership retreat and all the fun things we do around the world. So thanks for being here, Robert.
My pleasure.
Thank you. How do you
Who's next?
Oh, how do you sign up for? Okay, maybe you can respond to the questions.
Yeah, just private message. If you want to private message him, go ahead. Private message. Okay, let's go ahead. And who's next, baby?
The next person is our number 1 enroller currently in our enrollment bonus pool.
Is he at? Wait, he's on Robert's team, isn't he?
Yes. Robert brought her in. Kenneth, I'm so excited to hear from you.
Go ahead.
You said, "Are you sure you want me to share? I'm so brand new. I don't even know what I'm doing." And we're like, "Yes," because there's so many people in your shoes that can relate to that. So, hi, it's great to see your beautiful face.
Hi everyone.
By the way.
Yes.
Hi, thank you. You guys are. I continue every day to be overwhelmed with so much gratitude for this team. And it starts from absolutely the very top with you both. And I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to Robert for introducing me to this. And I feel like I've made some incredible friends already. Jen, and I feel like she's my sister. I can't even wait to like hug her. And, you know, like I feel so connected with this group, and I'm just so grateful to be a part of this.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So what's your background?
I'm a divorce lawyer. Don't hold it against me. I have a divorce firm here in Indiana. About 15 lawyers or so. That's what I've been doing for my whole life, and I love it. I really love it. I love helping people in that way. And but I also I met Robert actually at a Tony Robbins conference, and you know, regardless of kind of what, especially right now, I think this is such a critical time. Maybe less so for me and more for, but just in general, I think just the idea of you can love your job and you can have the best job in the world, but if you can't go to it, then there's a problem. And Tony Robbins really does talk about, you know, having multiple sources of incomes and things like that. So whether that's your jam or whether you're just kind of looking to find your way and find a place and find a place where you're really connected and feel a part of something bigger. I mean, this just hits so many levels for me. And I mean, as a, you know, I have a great business. I've done well. I love what I do. I love my friends. I have a great group of people here. And I think for me personally, I didn't think that I needed that community, you know, that I didn't even know I needed it. And it's been magnificent to me.
Wow.
So for me, I think I got into this whole thing for the opportunity, the financial opportunity of getting in so early on the ground level of something, you know, that was exciting. And that was amazing. And I still feel that's amazing. And then I saw the clothes and I was like, holy crap, this is like actually really good stuff. Like I buy this stuff at Lulu and I actually can't tell the difference. And I'm kind of watching, you know, and so that was an extra bonus, but definitely the community and the family and for, as a business owner for more than 15 years now, I respect and I'm so grateful for, like, I recognize that the coaching that I get is like, I couldn't afford to pay for it. You know what I mean? And all of you are so gracious with your time and energy and you know, it very much feels just like we're a big family, all like benefiting from everybody's success. And it's just amazing. I can't say enough good things about it.
That's awesome.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. You know, what would attract a lawyer, right, to do this industry? So you just heard it. What are you doing? You are the top enroller of the company right now.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You know, I do think that it's a little bit what Robert said in terms of, at this point, I'm still kind of reaching out to people I know, and people that know me and that, you know that I wouldn't push something that I didn't believe in. And so I think that's helpful, right? But it definitely, my approach, I've learned, shifts just a little bit depending on what I think what would resonate most with them, whether it's the business opportunity or just like, hey, these are great, like Lululemon kind of clothes at a discounted price, or you know what, this is just an incredible community of people and you can make some money. So it depends, I think, a little bit on that. But if I had my best advice, if I could give it to myself when I first started, is, you know, sometimes, especially lawyers, we think we're really smart, right? And I think anyone in the corporate world, and I've talked to a lot of folks coming into this, and by the way, I don't think I'm very smart, but you know, that's sort of the mentality is, oh, we've done all these things and let me bring this skill set into this multi-level marketing company, right? And if I could give myself one piece of advice, it's just shut up. Like, forget what you think you know and listen to the people who are doing it well. And every time I do exactly what you all tell me to do, that's where I find my success. And when I think I have to overthink it or overcomplicate it or explain myself in a way that isn't anything what you all talked about, that's where I find myself spinning my wheels and getting a little frustrated and not even getting the same results. So I have found that I have a tendency to be like ultra wordy. The less I say, the better it is. The ATM situation is true. It seems too good to be true and too easy to be true. But if I could give one piece of advice, it is just do what you're told. Be a good soldier and do what you're told, and then you'll see the success.
I'm gonna share it. That is the most profound thing I can ever imagine hearing, Kenna. Literally in 25 years of doing this industry every day, all day, coaching for a living full time in this industry. You and Robert are literally now two people that come from a high level corporate, high level success and financial success to getting in this industry, because almost everybody, again, that comes from your backgrounds, almost always want to make it over professionalized and over. I hear some noise. Hang on one sec. Let me make sure we got everybody muted. Okay, there we go. Thank you, everybody. And that's what I hope everybody heard what Kenna said and Robert said. Don't overthink it. Don't overtalk. Don't overcomplicate it. And just listen and learn. And I think obviously it must have come from the Tony Robbins background and a lot of that, but super exciting. Yeah, congratulations.
Such a rock star, yes.
What are you saying? Can you give us a couple ideas? Like, couple of quick tips of what people can say to their warm market or what you're saying?
Sure. I mean, I do think that for the people I know the best, and I think this is I want to say a challenge. I don't say that with a negative connotation, but just like something that we kind of have to overcome is, I think people in the traditional corporate world don't understand how lucrative and positive these things can be. And those are two very separate benefits, right? They can be very lucrative, but they also can be like incredibly positive for all aspects of your life. And so I think the more I know that people are coming from that corporate world where they have been successful, I think I almost take the approach of, I don't care if you do this or don't do it. Like, I mean, legitimately what I say is, hey, I love you, and so I feel obligated to share this opportunity with you. And I don't give a shit if you do it or not. Like, I don't care, but I don't want to regret not having told you, and I don't want you to get mad at me later for not having told you. So this is what happened. This was an opportunity. I feel like I was blessed to be in the right place at the right time. And Robert is such a dear friend, and Robert can honestly tell me to, do anything, and I would at least listen and take some real stock into what he said. And so because of the opportunity, I think I try to say it in that way, right? Like, I don't care for my friends. I don't care if you do it or don't do it, because I love it. And like, I didn't know I would love it, and I love it. Everything about this kind of lights me up. And so don't do it as a favor to me, but don't be mad when you're not a part of this like fun tribe happening. And when you see me driving around in my new fancy car, I may or may not give you a ride. Like, I really do take that approach with so many of my friends, because I don't want them to feel like I'm selling them. I just want to say, this is an opportunity. It happened to me. I feel super fortunate to be in on the ground level of something that's like, this incredible. I think it's an opportunity of a lifetime. You can think I'm crazy or not, and cool. I'm moving on, because I got a lot of folks I want to talk to you about, so I don't want to waste a whole bunch of time. And I've learned that the less I say, like I said, the more the better my results have been. But I have absolutely taken that approach. And the girl today that was doing my hair, that's why I couldn't be on the call earlier, she's very entrepreneurial, and she was like, you know what I think is so cool about this? Like, when you first told me about it, I was like, Kenna, I mean, and she was like, but the fact that you really you're not pushing it, like, it seems like it, I don't want to be a salesman. And I was like, you understand, like, I am the opposite of a salesman. Like, I don't want to, I'm certainly not trying to sell divorces, right? And I don't want to sell yoga pants for a living. But what I do want to do is share an opportunity, because I feel like I've been given a gift, and I want to share that with the people I love. And I want to share that with people who need it and people who may want it. And so from that perspective, it's not pushy. It's not salesy. It's not, I feel like I'm being very much my authentic self, because it may not be right for everybody. And certainly at this time, you know, we've all experienced some glitches and some frustrations and whatever, and that's just part of it, you know. And the last thing I want to do is be held like accountable or by the buyer because we don't have enough size small pants or something like that. Like, you know what? Yep, you're right. Wait a year and come back in and be, you know, maybe you'll be interested then. But like, the less time I spend, the more I'm just kind of like, I just wanted to share this, moving on. And so for me, I haven't gotten to the point yet where I'm so distant enough from people that I'm like, how often do you wear yoga pants? But I mean, I have done that once or twice and it's worked out well, by the way. But for the most, for right now, I'm still reaching out to people that I know. And I'm just trying to be like, just how I would be. This is an opportunity. I would love for you to be a part of it. If it's not interesting to you, no worries. Keep watching because I'm gonna get cuter and cuter in my little leggings.
Right.
Then maybe you'll be interested later.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, two things you said that were super powerful that stood out to me. A lot of things you said actually, but number one, don't be tied to the result. You know, and everybody. Someone might come around later, like you said, they might get tired of seeing you look so cute and they want to finally, but the conviction you have, you know, are you speaking to the people that you know with conviction saying, I have an obligation to share this with you. This is big. You need to be a part of this. Or at least I feel obligated to at least share with you. So I love how you're super, you know, the conviction is definitely, I can feel that from you, the excitement. But that's so powerful. I know you were going to share something too.
No, that was awesome. Thank you, Kenna.
Thank you. We're going to open up for some questions.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Let's do questions. And I don't know if Amy's still around or Lisa or maybe even Jen, because there's a lot of cold market. A lot of people that were here today, it just seems the theme today is warm market. And so if anybody has any questions, give me about 30 seconds. I want to mention this one thing. Hopefully I won't have to mention this in 60, 90 days. Kenna said something really interesting. And I want to make a statement. If you knew this would be the strongest way, the most momentous building company in our industry, or one of them, where the products are dialed in, the inventory is a plethora in 30, 60, 90, for sure in 6 months a year. You know, would the road bumps bother you right now, with the tech issues or the app not working perfectly or the sign up not working or the inventory going away? I want you guys to understand, remember everybody that's brand new, if this is your first day, you are going to experience things that don't make sense, that bug you, because it bugs the heck out of me. If you're entrepreneurial and you want to win and you have big dreams, you want everything to be perfect always. If you're optimistic, you want it to work, right? And when it doesn't, you're like, sometimes I feel like that a little bit. And what I'm finding with the Molly Dahlbacks and the Kennas and the Roberts and all the different leaders in the company, you got to find a way to go through the challenges or around them or above them or below them, because there are challenges during the phase that we're in. But there's the big but here is we're growing so dang fast right now with the challenges. All right. Want to mention that real quick. All right. So we have questions that are coming in. And then again, I don't know if anybody else is here, any of the top leaders in the company that can help with some cold market stuff too. Okay. Go ahead with the first question, babe. And I'm going to read it on Facebook too.
Okay, this is to Jen specifically. I have a list of names of what I consider my dream team. How do you deal with the no's? Good question.
Who's that? For Jen?
Yeah, for Jen. This is Erin.
Okay, hi Erin. You know, I literally, because of exactly what Kenna's saying, your posture, when you sign up here, you know what you're saying yes to. So I literally just keep the posture and know they'll eventually come around. It's a matter of you just continuing staying the course and realizing, like what Tom just said, when the biggest band is playing at our convention in 5 years, that's when the opportunity is gone. Right now, because of how fast this Facebook community is going, when 9,000 people were a part of it when I was put in, and there's now almost 18,000 people, and that's just in 2 weeks. So I know that somebody's going to contact all your dream team members if you don't. And so without a certainty, I'm like, I just want to tell you first, because no matter what, somebody else is going to tell you about this opportunity. It's a chance of a lifetime. So I just keep going. I love them where they are. I keep them updated on what new things that are coming out, or new pieces. If you see a pair of pants or a jacket that someone would love, send them a picture. But for the most part, I'm like, or I send a picture of like, this girl just made this much money and you've got to see this, you know, give them updates. But I just keep my posture of like, you'll be crazy to say no, because I know what's going to happen if you're positioned with a company at this time with the momentum that's happening in a startup. It's very rare that we all have this opportunity.
Yeah, that's
Excellent.
awesome, Jenna.
So good.
That's so good. All right, who's got the next question? Go ahead and unmute yourself or type it in really fast. I think at this point, just unmute and go for it.
Let's see.
Or we're going to wrap up.
Cold market.
Yeah, so let's do cold market. That's been coming up. What do you say to the cold market if you're any of the speakers today or an executive or above? What's executive, 20,000?
Yeah.
If you're an executive or above, could you please share what do you say in the cold market? Is Amy still here, or Lisa Van Horn, or anybody?
I'm here, Tom.
Good, go for it, rock star. So Lisa is
Someone who told me no.
She said no. She struggled for 10 years, and I watched in front of my eyes her flip a switch and become amazing. Or her husband would say, a machine. Her husband calls me up thanking me, right, of how much money she's making, how fast her team is growing. Lisa, what are you doing?
I feel like everybody has the script that I usually do, but I'm just friending new people like crazy on Facebook and reaching out to them right away. And the receptivity has been crazy. I never thought in a million years that I would. And so
wait, you friend people and then you get right to the point.
I do, but I tell them why I'm reaching out to them. Okay. I'm not spammy. I introduce myself. I tell them why I'm reaching out to you. I see you're into fitness. I have something that you might totally be interested in. Are you open to taking a look? Like, I let them know exactly why I'm reaching out. So it's not just like I'm spamming them. It's great. I love making new friends. Like, relationships are huge for me. I love that. But because, like all you amazing leaders on here said, this is a gift that somebody out there needs. Like, my first person that I reached out to enrolled was Amy White. And never in a million years would I have thought, she's a huge income earner with another company, but she was praying for something like this. So you have to have that sense of urgency, because this is a gift that has been given to us that we need to share with others.
Awesome.
Perfect.
So what do you say? What are you saying, Lisa? Audio? Are you doing all audio or texting on your direct message on Facebook?
So at first I do text, and then everything else after that is audio.
And what do you say?
What am I saying? Hey, and I say their name. I'll say something about their feed. Oh my gosh, your family is so cute. Or I see that you're homeschooling. I'm a homeschooling mom too. I live in San Diego with my 4 kids, yada, yada, yada. And then I'll say, I reached out to you because of, you're into fitness, or I see you work out, or I see in a lot of your pictures, you're wearing, activewear all the time. I have an amazing opportunity that's been presented to me, and it's blessed my family tremendously. Are you open to taking a look? That's it.
Kim told me you already said that. I must have spaced out. Thank you so much for saying it again.
No, it's okay. It's not a problem.
And for the person who asked about the no's, and my first 3 people said no to me, okay? And him being one of them.
And you being the other one.
My best friend being the second one. So real quick, so you said no, what was the turnaround? Why did you say yes?
I felt this tremendous tug at my heart, and I don't know, it was, as I was thinking about it, I saw the opportunity. I saw the opportunity of being at the beginning. I saw the opportunity of this is something new to our space. I saw that there was no education involved. I saw that it's fun and it's simple. And I love activewear. I'm a busy mom. I live in it. So why would I not do it?
Yes. And can I ask a tough question? I'm going
Okay.
to anyways. What has sidetracked you and how to avoid it next time? How should new people avoid what will sidetrack you potentially?
Like if someone's approaching you at the beginning.
No. I'm saying like you get, because this business is so simple. It's almost ridiculous how simple it is to win here. If you just do what Lisa's doing over and over and over, even if your skill's not ridiculously high, if you just do what Lisa's doing, you will get results. But I see a lot of people stopping. Why do some people stop on your team if it's that simple? And maybe what is some things that maybe has sidetracked you, like rejection or team challenges or, criticism? And, it's hard, right? It's hard.
Yeah, totally. It definitely is hard. I would say don't get stuck in your head. Don't overthink it. Don't get wrapped up in those negative thoughts because it's not the truth. It's just someone else's opinion and it's not who you are. So you just got to just move forward and keep plugging away and just realize that whatever rejection or whatever drama or whatever anything is happening, it's not something that's in your control, and you never know what's going on the other end, on the other side with the other person making a comment or anything like that. It has nothing to do with you. So just this is what I call bless and release, and just keep moving forward.
Great job. Great advice. Thank you so much, Lisa. Love you.
Love you.
Okay, is there one more question for Jen, for Kenna, that they can help you out with? If you're stuck with something, please ask it now, or otherwise we're gonna wrap up and keep the
I have a question.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, your first name, please.
This is Beth, and I just joined a week ago.
Welcome.
And my question, I know, I'm super excited. My question is, I have been a part of another MLM company before, and not that long ago. And it's a skincare business, so you can imagine what it is. And I've said all these things to my friends and the people that, it's entry level, once in a lifetime. And so now when I've approached them with, some of them with this business, they're like, oh yeah, what are you doing now? And so how do I get that redirected in a way to where it's like, no, this is a really great opportunity, because I am in workout clothes all the time. And I have been very successful. I do have a lot of friends that I could get to join me. It's just, how do I get them to think? And I started real estate a year ago. So how do I get past oh, here she is starting something else?
I think that's a Jen Perga.
I would say, so we're all multifaceted. I mean, really, if you think about it, we all love a lot of things, right? So I've also been in wellness and in another company, but somebody asked me that yesterday. I'm like, here's the thing. For me, it's either been an owner problem, the company was going out of funding. It wasn't actually my problem why I was leaving the company. So when someone says, you're not in skincare, yeah, I absolutely love skincare. So take that away. Say, I love skincare, I love real estate, but I believe in multiple sources of income. And if this COVID-19 has taught us anything, it's have multiple streams of income. And this one is positioned to do really well. So what I say right now, Beth, is I say, I'm putting Savvi all in, and I'm going to, I'm going to make $100,000 a month with this company, and I'm not stopping until I get there. And people go, what? And so because if you have a posture of like, I'm going to go to executive, or I'm going to go to the top, and I want to bring you with me, they can't go like, well, what about skincare? Yeah, I still love skincare. We all need skincare, but yet I would just affirm what we're doing instead.
Okay. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. So I'll just say this really fast. It's not what you say, it's how you say it, and it's how you feel about how you say it. So it's more of a posture. When if you're worried about what your past, and if you're worried about, well, what are they going to think? It's going to come across. You got to get to, what I've realized is people really don't think about it as much as you think. They don't think about it as much as you think. And if they do, it doesn't matter. They're just going to think that anyways, right? So you just got to be moving forward. Things change. you're in a new business, it's momentum building, and just come across with that confidence, like what Jen said was awesome.
Okay, thank you guys so much.
You bet. All right, is there one more, and then we're gonna wrap up. We'll just do one more because that was so good, so quick.
So good.
Is there one more quick one like
helped
that?
out a lot of people. All the
Yeah,
chat,
everybody's
they're
like, yes,
"Oh
yes,
my
yes,
gosh,
great,
thank
thanks.
you, amen."
Yes. It's
So
all,
good.
this is all a mindset. What you believe, sounds so cheesy, but you believe you will achieve, right? So it's so true.
Again, the conviction.
Yeah.
I'm going to make 100,000 a month here. I want to bring you with me. You know, that kind of, you know, confidence is posture.
Yeah.
Well, I think people get really stuck. I mean, and I understand why, because I used to too, but I'm like, I'm giving them too much power over my current business if I let them be in my head. And so if I'm like, I'm going to succeed at Savvi, Beth's going to succeed at Savvi. And so it's like, I'm succeeding at Savvi no matter what tech issues, what shopping issues, if there's no large or small, whatever, we're going to get through it because of confidence in the ownership and where we're going. And so if you just kind of have that posture, you just overcome it.
Boom.
Beautiful.
Any one more quickie? Come on. All right. Call's done. You guys are amazing. Jen, thank you so much.
Such a good call.
Yeah, Kenna, you're awesome. Congratulations on crushing it in the bonus pool, leading the whole company by example right now. And
Yes.
Jenna, got a rock star team, of course, with Robert and everybody.
Yes.
We love you. We're in this incredible, bumpy, fun, amazing, momentous building journey with you. And if we can help you, let us know. Let us know.
Yeah.
Make sure you come into the different Facebook groups that we have, and we're going to crush it together. All right.
Yeah, quick announcement. We have a guest overview for anyone who wants to participate in that tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. DiscoverSavvi.com is the URL for that. So if you have any guests on the line, you want to plug them into that. That's happening tomorrow. And then of course,
DiscoverSavvi.com.
DiscoverSavvi.com will take you right into the Zoom for that, your guest. And of course, tomorrow's Thursday, so we have our everyday release, and Friday, that amazing, huge drop.
Big drop.
Fit inventory. This is premier, high-end, gorgeous, gorgeous. So be ready. Have your clients ready for 11:15 Mountain Time drop in the app.
Yeah.
And we love you guys. Again, thank you, Jen. Thank you, Kenna. Robert, who's already gone. We love and appreciate you all so much. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Guys.
Bye.
Hey, unmute. We're going to take off. Y'all going to say goodbye and thank everybody. Go ahead and say goodbye right now, everybody.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
So I'm going around houses, I'm thinking about, and I'm thinking about family on how people can fit where.